So, welcome back to another installment. Not just another installment, though. The installment. The season finale of RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 9. I'm just gonna explode my face. Of Cocktails with Queens! Woo! Woo! I'm kind of glad it didn't explode everywhere. We got a lot of equipment here.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad.
Tonight's cocktail is the FEMME FATALE. We'll have the recipe in the description. I'm super interested to see how this turns out. Well, it's a nice little shade of pink. Might add too much grenadine, but it's alright.
A little bubbly.
A little bubbly on top to top it off.
Woo!
Champagne to celebrate the season finale. And damn, was it a great one.
And before we go too far, let's just cheers to Sasha Velour right now.
Yep. Sasha Velour, congratulations.
The new reigning queen.
The new reigning queen. It's who I wanted. That tastes really good.
It does taste
especially
good.
for how much alcohol's in it.
Very sweet, but still like kind of tart.
Yeah. It's got a nice mix of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to just use, on the original recipe, you're just supposed to use sugar. But I used grenadine, which obviously gave it that pink color. And I think it adds a nice little layer of sweetness there, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, that said, let's get right into it.
Okay.
So, I know that you agree with me here, but this was my favorite finale so far. It was just so exciting. Like, you had no idea who was going to win. Like, it was just such a toss-up between all of them, and then they threw that lip-sync curveball at us. What'd you think?
I liked it, too. I mean, so much of the episode was based on the lip syncs, and I was, like, surprised that it was so heavy. I thought, like we talked about last week, I thought they were going to go through each girl's elimination and talk to them again. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen. They just were introduced.
They didn't have time for it, I guess.
No, that's what I mean. They didn't have time because those, like, bracketed lip syncs were, like, sickening, and they were good. They definitely delivered. So.
Yeah. All right, so all of the queens, regardless of, whether or not they were Final Four, they got to have that final runway for the finale. Did you have a favorite look from that?
Not really. I can't even remember any of them, and none of them stuck out enough to even write them down. I mean, Sasha Velour's is the top four I can remember, most distinctly, and Sasha Velour's is the one that sticks out the most anyways. I definitely liked hers. I thought it was unique and very royal, so I liked it for her.
That's very true. She was definitely channeling very like Queen Elizabeth. She was definitely channeling a queen in a very sort of abstract, avant-garde way.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing, though, I really want to talk about, before we even saw anyone else's looks, I loved RuPaul's entrance, and, how it was really, like, it was, like, RuPaul's version of, like, doing a number, because she, like, kind of, like, looked here on beat, and, like, looked here, and then, like, moved her hips here, and, like, with the dancers, and it was so good. And so, like, the face, she was selling it with the face, like, the look she was giving during the performance were amazing. And, like, at the very end, even after she did, like, one little, like, hip push-out thing, Todrick calls, like, in the audience, like, yeah! It was so funny, because him being such an amazing dancer, choreographer, to be, like, living for RuPaul, barely moving at all up there.
He was also living for the dancers, I felt.
I'm
like,
sure.
All the dancers were great.
But RuPaul was owning that.
Backup dancers.
You know what I mean? The confidence was really exuding, like, through her, so I just thought that was really cool.
That was cool. I mean, her entrances, they're always great.
And I love the outfit, actually. It's one of my favorite dresses I've seen on Ru. I thought it was really cute, really fashion-forward, but very true to her style.
Definitely.
Anyways.
I'm trying to think of any other looks that stuck out to me. I like Kimora Black's. I remember being really enthralled by hers. I just thought she had good stage presence, and it was just this long gown. I can't remember any other details other than it was like...
It was like champagne colors.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of like natural colors. And I still think it's cute that James is kind of owning that whole white party look thing.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Eureka's elephant. I thought that was sickening. And I remember we watched like a behind-the-scenes thing, like a runway, a red carpet sort of interview thing. And she said, well, everybody wants to talk about the elephant in the room, so I figured I'd just show up as an elephant. I thought that was really cute.
Well, plus she calls herself the Elephant Queen as part of her branding.
Oh, does she?
Like Trinity the Tough.
Give it up for the big girl.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I thought it was cool that she did that, too. It was a little Nina Bonina, like, going the animal route for the reunion.
Pheromones was also sickening.
Pheromones was really great.
But let's just cut to the chase. Let's just cut to the lip syncs.
Yeah, that makes most sense.
They had great backstory. I mean, they all had like their own little backstory moment, like sort of like here was them on the season, with their family. Oh my gosh, whenever Wintergreen came out in drag again, that was amazing. I was living for that.
You were.
Like, seriously, that is so funny that they're like just eating that up because she had such good like camera time like on this show.
Right.
And I'm sure, I didn't check, but I'm sure her online following, was out there too.
Yeah.
That was just so funny. And Peppermint was like literally like fucking gagged over seeing her. That was so funny.
She was. It was cute. I was surprised. I was like, okay. Dude, I just knew there was like so much to do in the episode. Here we are bringing Wintergreen out here.
For sure. And like she did that same like fucking like facial expressions. It was like just like cunty faces. She was just like,
yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
But other than that, just diving into the lip syncs, I was seriously so happy that they formatted it like this. I'm sure it was still kind of producerly kind of kept in its own little cage as far as like who might have been the winner.
Mm-hmm.
RuPaul might have kind of stacked it a little bit. I don't really know.
Right.
I just find it interesting that we didn't actually get to see the final wheel actually spin all the way, and like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like an uncut scene of that. Like it kind of like that which got the whole ball rolling. I don't know though. I mean, who knows? It's Hollywood, but I just thought that was interesting. Who could never be sure. Right?
And like, I really enjoyed how RuPaul was sort of poking a little bit of fun at like game shows by the way she had like the wheel spinning, and then they had to choose between which box they would choose from that would have the song that they would end up lip syncing to, and that was very like, let's make a deal because you have to choose which door you want to go to. So I thought that was kind of fun and definitely plays true to Ru's like being a fan of game shows. I thought that was cute,
and never being afraid to shatter that fourth wall over and over and over.
And then it turned out first lip sync was Peppermint and Trinity.
Yes, Trinity chose to lip sync first, and then she got to pick who she was going to lip sync against, and girl was brave by picking Peppermint. I was actually really, really surprised, honestly. I did not think that. So, the whole lip sync, it was kind of clear that I thought Trinity was the winner, because she was like turning out, like, you couldn't take your eyes off of her. It was just like very much like, okay, this bitch wants it. And I just felt like until Peppermint did her like like skirt wig simultaneous reveal, which was sickening. I mean, it was really cool. There wasn't a whole lot of like else going on there, which it was kind of unexpected in my opinion.
I was a little underwhelmed by Peppermint's performance. I didn't personally think the wig snatch and the dress reveal were enough to beat Trinity, but apparently Ru thought so because Peppermint ended up winning. They performed stronger, which I thought that was kind of funny because it was like, that was pretty. I felt fair ground for the two of them to perform a song like that. Because Trinity already had to lip sync to Britney, so we knew she could do that well.
Yeah, they had to do "Stronger" by Britney Spears. It was kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I also thought it was interesting. You mentioned that you think that they had like a huge list of songs in a short amount of time that they had to like memorize or know. Neither one of them seemed to like really be that versed on the words like that I saw. Like you would see they would kind of fuck up the words in the beginning almost, like unless it was like just like our live stream. I don't know, but
yeah, I agree. I mean, I felt that way about all the lip syncs that happened tonight. So, and I didn't notice that with their speaking. So I think it was something that had to do with them not being super familiar with the songs. So like I said, they probably had a list of them. Like Ruth said, it's her favorite lip sync song. So I'm sure they just got a list, and they probably didn't have a lot of time to really familiarize themselves with all of them. And
kind of amazing. That's awesome. So then next up we had Shay and Sasha by default because they were the other two there, and I just have to say, like, Sasha clawed her way through this lip sync, like dragging Shay into the dirt. Like Shay did not stand a chance, it seemed. Like when it got to the halfway point and Shay like didn't have any like tricks up her sleeve yet, and Sasha was already like fucking literally like pulling shit out of her hat, fucking snatching her wig
off her head, out her hat.
And I do have to say that I think that the curse has been broken. You do not have to have a wig underneath your wig to take your wig off anymore.
You have to have rose petals.
You have to have rose petals and be bald, I guess.
Yeah. I felt like Shay did a fucking Charlie number up there, because, like, I was really surprised and underwhelmed again. Like, another dancing diva, and, you know, and she lost Whitney Houston, that so emotional Whitney Houston. She lost that against Sasha Velour. I cannot believe it. Like,
right.
And that...
It really didn't seem like she was giving it her all. It really didn't.
It didn't. It was like, it was something strange. I don't know if it was because of her friend or what.
I don't know if it was the cameras that they focused on or what. But even so, Sasha was making those cameras focus on her. Like, she just had such wonderful timing with her, like the petals coming out of her. First, she had, like, the flower that she, like, ripped off, and then she had, like, maybe another flower that she, like, ripped.
She had one flower, and then she had the petals in her glove, and then she had them, like, under her hair, too.
There was, like, 4 or 5 different times, though. I swear that she had, like, the one that she ripped off slowly at the very beginning, and then she had another one that she just, like, threw it whenever the song started to pick up. And then her glove, and then her wig. Right. Either way, it was insane. Just really good, is it called showmanship?
Yeah.
You know, just like really good performance, just really being in tune with the music and the whole idea of it all.
Mm-hmm. It was good. It was beautiful. She did amazing. Her lip syncs were like intense. You could feel the energy, and it was crazy that the camera did focus on her so much, because Shay looked amazing. That was one of her best looks, I thought, from the whole season. And it still didn't stand a chance against Sasha's, lip syncs. So.
Yeah. It was a good lip sync look, too. I mean, they both were.
I just want to, like, watch them again, like, as soon as we're done here.
So, speaking of good lip sync looks, after that one was finished and Shay got sent home, it was in Sasha and Peppermint, and it was cool. They had them come out through the crowd, through the audience, onto the stage. And Peppermint's look was cool. I really liked it. It was definitely a good, like, finale lip sync look. But Sasha's just was really epitomizing, I feel, her as a drag queen. It was just super avant-garde, just so like, it's almost like it has some familiar elements to it, but just not enough. Like, it just wasn't. Nothing about it was cliche. Nothing about it was like somewhat familiar, but still very like strange and like very her take on it. Even with her being bald underneath all of that. The song was "It's Not Right, But It's Okay," and I can't help but think that they picked that because it's not right, but it's occur. Which, if you don't know, it was a viral video.
We'll link to it.
Well, it's not up anymore. Yeah, they took it down.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Laganja's trying to saying all her best lines, and
it was an edit by some guy.
To that song.
Shout out to him. I think his name was like GLA or something, a YouTuber.
I can't believe that. We got so many laughs out of that.
I know. We watch it so many times. We should have downloaded it. If I want to find him and message him about it, see if he'll send it to us. Since clearly I got like struck for copyright. But anyway, it was a great song. Sasha revealed the pieces of her outfit as she was singing. Peppermint, again, she turned it out. I kind of feel like I don't know, like, I just didn't feel like she was giving it her all either, but it was still really good. It was still a great lip sync. Sasha earned that crown.
She did. I can't believe she did so well. Like, I don't want to go there, but I'm going to go there. She beat 2 black girls in 2 lip syncs to 2 Whitney Houston songs.
Right, that's interesting.
That was so crazy. Like,
that's talent.
Because people didn't even chalk her up to being, like, a great performer, probably, because we didn't see it on the show. So for her to deliver, like,
we saw it on those pre-show videos, but
right. But for her to deliver, but people don't see that. People see what's on the show. So for her to deliver, like, 2 amazing performances to, like, one of the best vocalists and live performers of all time, and really do Whitney justice through the numbers, it was amazing. I was really blown away, and it was without a doubt that Sasha deserved to win.
Absolutely,
point,
yeah.
so.
It was so clear by the end of this episode, but
Yeah.
it was still so ambiguous, like, you know, leading up to each of those lip syncs and everything. They did a really good job of keeping it.
Yeah, they had a lot of risk with those lip syncs.
Mm-hmm.
Why, you know, you could have been knocked out, so it was kind of scary.
It was very scary, but very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for season 10. Season 9 has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I am so grateful that, you know, we were able to have this experience with you guys on YouTube. We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, leave us a comment below on what you think we can do to improve, because even though the show's over, we're still going to be doing a monthly podcast, perhaps. Maybe bi-monthly, who knows? Maybe quarterly, we'll see. But we had a lot of fun doing this, and we feel like we finally got a little bit more of our footing with it, and we're just excited to kind of keep this going. So leave us a comment, tell us your thoughts. Are you excited Sasha won? And thanks so much for watching, especially if you've been watching this whole time. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Cheers.